Hey, it's Todd Ault. It's Risk On. Whatever. What's up, Jason?
Back in the studio.
Look at us. We're
It's
together
about
again,
time,
man.
This is good.
Hey, it's the 14th of May. For those of you listening on the radio, welcome to KEIB 1150 Los Angeles and Orange County. And thank you to iHeartRadio listeners on the Patriot Network. If you got the app, we're heard all around the world at 1 o'clock every Sunday. We appreciate you listening. For those of you who troops that listen overseas, we get those texts. We're grateful. Thank you for serving their country, our country. I saw something disturbing yesterday. You know Kramer and Kudlow. Kudlow was the guy who worked for Trump for 3 years.
Larry, yeah.
Larry Kudlow.
Yes.
He said that Biden won't say something like "God bless America." He says Americans, but not America. I got to play this for you because it was disturbing. I saw it yesterday. At the end of it, when he came out and said, "No, let's just do this together here." Ready? Hey, if you've been vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask inside, and you don't have to wear a mask outside.
Yeah, except if you're...
Wait, hold on.
No, hold on.
That means you don't have to wear a mask.
Right.
Of course, unless you're in
Wait, unless you're in New York. Look at this guy.
mass transportation, right?
Yeah, he says he's not going to follow those rules. Cuomo.
I know, but guys, listen to what he said. The guidelines are you don't have to wear it inside or outside.
Okay.
So you don't have to wear a mask.
Right.
But they won't say that.
No, of course not.
But you have to wear a mask if you're indoors, if it's part of a public transportation, or if you're at a hospital, or I don't know where else, whatever.
They don't know what they're talking about. They change their mind every day. I mean,
I'm not doing a good job of explaining this whole Biden thing with Kudlow, but I'm telling you, I'm going to get the clip and I'm going to play it.
Please do, because Rand Paul has been slamming Dr. Fauci for avoiding questions on COVID, masks, Wuhan, all of the
We're in
above.
the middle of a massive market surge today.
Yeah.
What's the reason, Jason?
I don't know. This IPO we're looking at is ridiculous. It's up 962%. EJH.
What do they do?
eHome Household Service Holdings Limited. They're let's look at their profile.
So here we go. Here, Dow Jones Industrial Average up 407.
That explains it.
What?
Chinese.
Dow Jones up 412, 414, 413, 412, 413. I'm sorry. I just got caught up in the rhythm. And NASDAQ up 324. NASDAQ's up 2.45%. S&P up 1.64%. Dow's up only 1.2%. We're having a rip-roaring day, better than the last couple days we had, right?
I'll say.
But for those home gamers, I want to make sure I told you that I still think it's going to be choppy for May and June. So I have re-entered the Triple Q short at 326. I have re-entered the Spider short at 416. I have re-entered the Diamond short at 344.
Mm-hmm.
You see DoorDash today?
No, what did it do?
DoorDash is up $25.
That makes sense.
Reopening, people going out. DoorDash had great earnings, but are you going to use DoorDash as much as you normally would?
Does this look like a... I know what you're thinking.
I don't know.
Well, let's look at it.
I'm biased to the short side on DoorDash, but it's having a rip-roaring day, and so if you fight the tape, you might get your head cut off. A special shout-out to those people who follow my 13D filings. I bought a stock called Friedman Industries, I mean. FRD, you know what they make?
Steel.
Plated steel, rolled steel, tubular
Tubes.
steel. We are 6% older. Alt Global Holdings owns 6% of Friedman Industries.
Hey, let's
We
look
filed
at
the 13D on this morning before the open.
Let's look at it. Yeah, here we go.
There we go.
That's the year to date. Looks like it's up 51%. And the 1 month, wow, look at that jump from 8 to 10.
Right.
Interesting.
And
They
we own
have what do they have? 3 nice facilities in the southwestern United States, if I recall.
They do.
Arkansas, Texas, Alabama, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're in Alabama also. About a 70-year-old company, maybe a little more.
They started in 1965.
Okay.
In my opinion, they pay a stupid 2-cent or 1 cent dividend.
Yeah.
Kind of wasting shareholders' money on that dividend.
Yep.
It's like less than 1%.
Yeah, it's
I'd be buying back more stock.
Yeah, I agree.
But I filed a 13D, and those of you who know it, I told everyone that there would be a 13D filing coming, and that is an FRD, Friedman Industries. Now, I'd be very careful with this because it is a value play for me. This is not a technology stock, and I wouldn't try to run this up or do anything crazy like some people do. I'm a big fan of the asset value. Special shout out to my man, Jeff. You know who you are, Jeff. Jeff and I owned a stock called WSI Industries together. Now, we didn't own it together. I actually took a position in the company, and then Jeff showed up. No, that's not true. Let me say it again. I took a position in the company, and I learned that Jeff was a big shareholder, and I learned that Jeff Bombshell is a very, very smart investor. And so I've been looking at Friedman. He turned me on to it, and I pulled the trigger.
Hey, Jeff, as an aside, we're taking care of that thing. You know that thing we're talking about.
We owe him $1,000 because he won the contest.
No, 1,700.
Oh, is that true?
He swept that thing, man.
He
won
whatever.
Sweet
Jeff
16.
knows we're good for it. He's not worried. Jeff's a rich guy. He's not worried we're going to pay him. Give me a break.
No, but a win's a win.
We'll take. Of course it is. He deserves the money.
Speaking of wins, you like Sparky today? Look at Clean Spark.
Clean Spark was a ripper.
It's up. It's actually still ripping. $15.68. Let's take a look at it. So I made my case for Clean Spark the other day when Todd was in Arizona.
We bought it. We bought like 30,000 shares. Full disclosure, it rallied for us today. We bought it. We sold some a little bit higher. We own it. This thing's been a winner for us. Clean Spark CLSK has been a winner.
They raised a ton of money, $200 million plus. They're upgrading their equipment, and they obviously have low cost of mining. And they claim 95% carbon neutral. That's what they say. Their goal is 100% carbon neutral. Wouldn't that be cool if, I'm just purely speculating, what if Elon set all this up and he decided to buy Clean Spark to have 100% carbon neutral?
Oh, God,
mine?
that's
Hey,
total.
pure speculation.
Total speculation.
Of course
on
it
your
is,
part.
but wouldn't
Give
that
me a
be
break.
incredible? Just something to think about. It was.
Guys, we're not saying that's going to happen.
I think
This
I
is a
said
show
speculation four
for
times.
entertainment purposes. We are not. We have no knowledge of whether that's going to happen or not.
Pure
Jeez
speculation.
Louise.
Pure speculation. How many times can I say it?
I don't know, man.
Anyway,
Wow.
Canon looks good. SOS looks good. Yeah, pretty good recovery today.
All right, the numbers. Market just closed. Why don't we go through the numbers and close it out? And give them all
Let's
the
take
details.
a look here. What we
Go
got?
through copper and all the fine.
While we look at the data here, I want to thank the radio listeners for tuning in, and that's
KEIB 1150 Los Angeles and Orange County.
Absolutely.
There we go.
And the Dow finished up 359 points today, a 1% gain, or 34,380. S&P up 61, that's 1.5% to the good, 4173. And the NASDAQ, wow, up 300, 2.32%. Very strong day for the NASDAQ. Overall markets on a Friday, this is a pretty good statement. Kind of makes us feel warm and fuzzy going into the weekend. I don't know about you, though. You're kind of still bearish on the market, correct?
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I think that the inflation thing is real,
Oh, it's definitely real.
and that a bunch of people are in denial over the idea that's real.
How about gold up $20 today? Silver up 44 cents to 27.50. Copper holding strong, 466. Oil 65.35. I paid $4.05 a gallon for 87 octane in Las Vegas today. I wasn't too happy about that. And let's look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum 4,062. And what's Biddy at? Little Biddy, 50,305.
Those of you listening on the radio or watching on YouTube today live, let's go over some stocks we're long. Canon, CAN, SOS, we're long that. NVOS, CLBS, AEZS, NAK, KIQ. We bought some Workhorse at $8.28. CLSK, we have traded that. We are long Clean Spark. Naked Brands, NAKD. FRD, we are short Tesla.
Ooh.
We made money shorting Tesla.
While
by
you
the
look
way.
at the other side, I want to tell everyone that the Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio is now 12.25.
Wow.
That's sick.
In alphabetical order, BBIG, BLRX, Chara, which had great earnings, CHRA, and actually down on the day today.
Yeah.
We shorted some DoorDash today. We are short the Diamonds. We are long DSS, which has earnings after the close today. We are long Friedman Enterprise. That's a 13D filing, FRD. GWAC. We bought some honest companies, HONS. Shout out to HNST. Shout out to Jessica Alba. We're long a 13D filing, IKNX. MDRR, a 13D filing. We are long Engine Media, Mary. Okay, let me read this out here. Mary, Larry, F. So MLLF.
A little taste of some OTC, huh?
Yeah. Or I'm expecting them to uplist soon.
Okay.
OXBR, we're long that, a reinsurance company. POWW, POW, the ammunition maker. We are long that, and they are the broker owners of gunbroker.com. We are short Peloton. We are short the Qs. We're long Rocket Mortgage. We are short the Spiders. I like giving people the portfolio.
Yeah.
We are long Torch, TRCH, URG.
Yes.
Uranium, US, UA, small position there, and VYNT, we are long that. And that is the soup. We are long Boeing, Icon Enterprises. I don't know what else it could be long.
Hey, I wanted to...
W.M. McLean wants to know the book versus your personal account. What? Wants to know, we don't disclose... who we're trading for. But W.R. McLean, we will let you know when we can disclose that.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
positions we're long are not relevant to where they're long for. This is not a show for DPW, which is Alt Global Holdings, which I'm the executive chairman of. This show is not for Alt Global Holdings. It's a fact that I'm the executive chairman. It's a fact that I am the largest single shareholder through Alt & Company, the parent company, my private holding company. These are facts, but this show is not about DPW. It's about what we're trading and what we like. It's for entertainment purposes. Did you add to RKT? The answer is yes, I did. I have recently added this week. I bought more Rocket. I absolutely love these questions. I love to answer them. I love to be as transparent as I'm legally allowed to be. But you're not paranoid if they're not really out to get you.
That's true. You always have to keep that in mind.
Yes.
Hey,
all the rules.
Congratulations if you got a taste of the IPO for EJH today. Nick, if you would. Simple 1,100% winner today. Up another 10% in the after hours. Hey, just standard stuff. Stocks going up from 5 to 54. No big deal. First day of trading. Happens to be a Chinese stock. That's what it is. Just a fact. I noticed one thing, Todd. We didn't hear any position on FCX.
You talking about Freeport?
Yeah.
No, we do not own.
We're going to get back into that if I have it my way.
Yeah, you might have it your way.
Okay.
You never know. We'll have to review that on Sunday.
Yeah, it's a little bit...
Where's the stock at right now?
42.
Yeah, I mean, copper is pretty expensive.
Yes.
And there's some talk that this is a cyclical play in the sense that maybe inflation isn't as bad as we think it is, but I think it's pretty bad.
Well, if it's bad, then maybe you can make a case that we should wait on copper, because if it's bad and the infrastructure bill doesn't get passed and we have some issues here with getting stuff approved in order to grow using copper in the green tech arena, maybe there could be a case to wait on that.
Hey, important to understand, this week, the S&P jumped 1.5% on Friday, but still posted a weekly loss. Tech rebounds, but still posted a weekly loss. And I'm going to go through that with you real quick on the radio. Let me take you through it. U.S. stocks jumped on Friday, rebounding for the second day, led by technology shares, or reopening trades after Wall Street started the week with some big losses. Dow Jones climbed 360 points today, or 1%, to 34,382. S&P gained 1.5% to 4173.85. Tech-heavy NASDAQ composite, relatively underperformed for the week, snapped back by a 2.3% gain to 13,429. The major averages experienced a roller coaster week. Saw blue chips drop 1,200 points Monday to Wednesday. The S&P and the NASDAQ fell 4% and 5% respectively during the period. The indexes have since rebounded off the steep sell-off, but still posted modest losses for the week as inflation fears hit sentiment. The Dow and the S&P fell more than 1% for the week this week. Tech stocks got especially hard, pulling back 2.3%. I'm sorry. I'm not a believer it's over.
Yeah, you're right. I believe that.
I'm not a believer it's over, but I am a believer that I have got the questions to the Naked Brand CEO.
Yes.
And we are going to be interview him shortly. We're pretty excited about that. We are going to interview the Naked Brand CEO sometime Monday, Australian time. We don't know the exact time.
It'll be like 6. Well,
it's
going to be early.
Weird interview because
Yeah.
we sent him the questions ahead of time. I'm not used to doing that.
Yeah.
But out of respect for his request, I think because he has been inundated with requests to be interviewed, we are going to do that interview.
We are luckily going to have
Richard Ritter,
him.
$10 in the super chat. This guy, Richard, I think I might have to have you out as a guest to Vegas to the show. Our charge. This guy is really supportive of us.
Absolutely.
We are going to have a naked conference. Excuse me, what's wrong with me? I just said naked conference. What's wrong with me? We are going to have a Risk On conference.
Yes.
Coming up this summer.
For sure.
I'm excited about that.
We got to get some poker playing.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun time.
Maybe some baseball betting. I'll show these guys what's up.
Wow, yeah, how you do it?
Yeah, of course.
I don't think, sometimes you can't teach people how to do that kind of thing.
You can't teach them, but you can let them live vicariously through you. You know, put some plays in for them. Let them get a sweat. You know, it's always
What
fun.
did you think this week? We started off with some big losses.
We were getting slaughtered.
Oh, my God.
I mean, the problem was all the crypto tickers got blasted because of Elon.
To sky heaven.
Elon just went nuts. And then he starts talking about Doge and how to improve Doge. And I mean, I see this guy. He's easily influencing markets, and he does it all the time.
We got to talk about the Indians real second. I'm going to digress. My mom is a little bummed that you won't cheer on the Indians a little bit, so she wanted you to give them a shout out. What do you like about the Indians at all?
Their pitching's awesome.
There you go.
The kid almost had a no-hitter last night. Zach Plesac. His dad, Dan Plesac, played in the big leagues. He's a lefty.
Let's see what
closer.
Mom said here. She said,
dude, they're solid. Yeah, Jose Ramirez leads. Yeah, he hit a bomb last night.
There you go, Mom. Jose Ramirez.
Switch hitting,
And
awesome
please
player.
show this to Jason. Go Indians.
Indians are solid.
My mom is from Cleveland.
Yeah, Indians are solid. They've got a good staff. They got good bullpen. They need a couple more hitters. They got a couple weak spots in their lineup. But overall, they should compete in the Central.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of news to cover. I feel like a lot of political news.
Jitendra, which casino? Oh, Risk On conference in which casino? Jitendra asks. We haven't figured that out yet. It might not be any one casino, but we're trying to work on the itinerary here.
Right.
We'll get back to you on that for sure. Let us get the naked interview under our belts, and then we'll focus on the conference. Okay, is that fair?
So I saw a thing with Elon Musk in which he said they're talking about that effectively he appeased some environmentalists with his recent action on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything about this?
I mean, I speculated that he ran into some buzzsaws at Saturday Night Live who were just pounding him and putting pressure on him. And then remarkably, hey, here we go. He comes out with these tweets after the Saturday Night Live show. That's possible.
Where is Bitcoin right now?
Over 50. 50 and a half.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see if we hold 50 and a half. Into the weekend. Yeah, 50,300 right now. And what happens when Ethereum gets 10-1 with Bitcoin? It's coming. I think Ethereum hits. I'm going to make this statement. Ethereum hits 5,000 before Bitcoin hits 60,000. Think about that. Yeah, we need a 25% move on Ethereum, and I'm only looking for 20% move to
So this is the spot I was talking about yesterday, who I thought he was a little bit of a coward, like acting as if he didn't know that Bitcoin mining took energy.
He knows all of this.
Some Tesla investors, along with environmentalists, have been increasingly critical about the way Bitcoin is mined using vast amounts of electricity generated by fossil fuels. Musk said Wednesday he backed their concerns, especially the use of coal, which is the worst emission of any fuel.
He's misled there. We have a lot of clean coal also. Elon, what about lithium mining, buddy? That's pretty dirty.
I don't know where to go with this.
I can't. It's just hypocrisy. Go ahead. Your rant was great.
It may be the. listen, I've already said a bunch of times I'm a big fan of Elon. I mean, really, what he's doing, right? It's amazing.
No, for sure.
But how much? Okay, so but how much hypocrisy is there here?
Yeah, it's.
I mean, do all the parts that he creates? Let me ask this: does Elon Musk's Teslas have any plastic in them?
Yeah, of course. I use petroleum.
Right.
Of course, petroleum.
Now, I drove over to the Tesla charging superstations.
Right.
They seem to be plugged into the electric grid.
Absolutely, they are. And look, what about SpaceX?
I don't. This is like. So to me,
Look. I mean, look.
I know, but this is the part I want you to pull up his tweets from today.
Okay, let me look.
What does he say about Dogecoin today?
Oh, he was pumping. He was.
We're going to try to optimize it.
Yes, absolutely.
If I don't see, if this, can we pull that up on the screen?
Here you go. 21 hours ago.
Okay.
Elon Musk tweets.
I woke up to this nonsense.
Working with Doge devs to improve system transaction efficiency.
So let me get this straight. I don't like what Bitcoin does. So now I'm going to work with Doge. Did Elon buy any Doge down there when it was down to a penny, 2 pennies, 3 pennies, 5 pennies? This is working your book. This reeks, dude. This reeks to high heaven, his behavior.
If I had to guess, I would listen. This is a bold statement. If I had to guess, I would say Elon Musk would have to file a 13D on Dogecoin.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I think, listen, I'm under scrutiny all the time from the regulators.
Yeah.
I think if you're talking publicly about a cryptocurrency, you've got to disclose your position. I absolutely believe the SEC or the regulators have to do something about this. The motivation here is very strange. This is so Elon suddenly got enlightened. One of the Thomas Edison of our days, one of the smartest guys in the whole world who sends rockets to space, who beats NASA, doesn't know that Bitcoin. I mean, are all of you out there wondering how insane this is? This is hypocrisy that I've ever. Let me get long Bitcoin at 32,000.
Mm-hmm.
Let me announce that I bought it and put it on my balance sheet.
Yep.
Let me announce that my company's going to accept the payment.
Oh, wait, don't forget that he profited on Bitcoin, too.
Let me sell some Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Then let me come out and say, I'm going to keep the Bitcoin I have, but oh, by the way, I'm not going to take Bitcoin anymore, but I'm going to help Dogecoin.
Oh,
I mean, what?
Yeah.
I don't even know what he's doing. Now.
And then, oh, by the way, 23 hours ago, it's high time there was a carbon tax. Well, listen, Elon, take the profit off your Bitcoin and pay your carbon tax, you dirty fool. It's unbelievable. I'm not even close to irritated. I'm just upset. This is hilarious.
It's ridiculous. And I want to, and the environmentalists are like saying, hey, this is a great idea. Hey, let's get right to viewer questions.
Hilarious, man.
I don't want to spend my time here. No pump laws for digital coins.
Yeah,
that's what he says. What is that? Who is that? Is that ACEM 77? No pump laws. Just wish you could move markets, Todd. Corey Melton. I don't know if I could move markets. Todd, can you talk about Enertech's recent purchase by Gresham Worldwide, based in Israel? How can they benefit from by a possible contract for the situation in Israel?
Oh.
I appreciate that.
Wow.
But that is owned by Ault Global, and it is true that Ault Global owns Enertech, and we are a large private defense contractor, and we do work on things like the Iron Dome. But I cannot talk about how making military equipment, defense equipment, would benefit. But I would encourage you to look at our filings. We do own that, absolutely.
That's a
Nash.
That's an educated.
That is very educated. By the way, I want to shout out to how do you say his name?
That's Shavine or Shavine probably.
Shavine. It was a good question.
Yeah.
And I just can't talk about the holdings of Ault and Company. Yeah, but public stuff's out there then for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And we do definitely own Enertech. That is a subsidiary of our Gresham Worldwide unit, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of Ault Global. Caesar, by the way, you're going to hear from me by Monday. Caesar, I see you. You're going to hear from me by Monday.
Oh, Caesar, that's a good statement.
Nash, the cryptocurrency market is a scam for now. We only know news about people becoming millionaires, but they are not talking about people who lose money. Someone should lose it.
Devon, yes, I do.
What's Devon saying? Devon, right.
SOS.
Do you think SOS can break out like Mara and Riot?
SOS. Hey,
Hey,
Devon,
for full disclosure, we're long 100,000 SOS.
let's wait till we get the Q2 earnings and see how many Ethereum coins they have.
Ape are showing support for Risk On. Thank you so much. Okay, Joker Snow.
We didn't even talk about Naked yet.
Can Risk On produce and put a scrolling message? Alt can't talk about DPW. You can ask. DPW is the symbol, by the way. The name of the company is named after my grandfather, who gave me $1,400 to start my investment business when I was 18 years old. I named this after my grandfather, Milton Charles Ault the First.
Nice.
Let's go into the scroll. I want to see more people out there. Let's see here. Wow, there's a lot of people out here.
It looks like
Jeff Bombshell, 1750. You're right. Joshua Smith. Hey, Jeff. See my email. Travis, Naked Army. What's up? Booker Personal. Ethereum going to hit 6,000 soon. That makes me upset. Thanks, Josh. I'm patient. Jeff isn't going anywhere. We love Jeff. Diversity, Naked, Roger. Come on, come on, everyone. Talk about Richard Ritter.
wow. Here's a
Okay, yeah. Let me go over this one more time. The Naked interview is coming up. It's imminent. We have sent the questions off. We are serious about doing this interview, and the CEO is very cooperative. We're very excited about that.
thank you for the super chat, by the way, Richard.
Hey, where did Naked close, by the way?
I'm looking. Oh, I was looking at this, but I have Naked pulled up somewhere.
Wait. Tesla reveals Bitcoin dirty secret. Can CleanSpark clean it up? Where'd that come from?
An analyst just popped this out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is good. You remember I speculated?
Yeah, you did. You were right on that.
Come on, man.
By the way, we're long the calls and the puts on that thing, right?
Yeah.
We shorted the puts so they can put it to us, and we're long the calls on that too.
Naked's 56 cents after hours.
It's 57. Close at 57.
I'm so bullish on CleanSpark. I am. You don't
Hey,
have
is
to
anyone
be.
seeing any filings on Naked? Keep a sharp eye out there.
Yes.
For any filings on Naked. I'm hearing the filings are coming, but let's keep a sharp eye out there.
67 million shares traded today for Naked. It looks like it was in about a 10% range, 54, 51 to 59.
This guy's from Cleveland. ACEM 77. Scroll up. He's from Cleveland. What is that? Hold on. What is he saying about Cleveland? Cosmo, wicked. Maybe we could do Cosmo. I don't know. My problem is, I want to ask this of the crowd. When you set up these kind of conferences, you gotta guess how many people will be there for the venue.
You get RSVPs, and then you got flights from around the country,
And
around
people
the world.
sometimes don't show up. They can't come in.
They bluff you.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of things there. So I don't know if we're going to limit I don't know what we should do there, Josh, can you come on the screen real quick?
Josh, we need your input. Also,
Is Josh on? Can you split screen to Josh? with me?
Skyla is out in traffic, stuck in traffic.
Can you split screen
she
with
missed
me?
the show.
Oh, there's Josh.
She's upset
Hey, Josh,
about that.
what do we do about? Hey, guys, this is Josh. Remember, he's Norwegian, the good-looking guy on the show. Josh, what do we do about the venue issue and guessing how many people will show up to the first annual Risk On conference? What are you thinking?
I think we'd max out around 60 at the most.
6-0?
So, yeah, 6-0.
Dude, that's more.
Wow.
Based on
60's
that
like.
location downstairs.
I get
and
more
being able
DMs
to
on.
Oh,
utilize-
if we use the location downstairs, but I wanted to do it at a casino.
What about a convention center?
No, I want to do it like we don't have enough people to go.
Yeah, we would.
I
Dude, I
think-
get like 100 DMs from people on Naked Army Telegram.
But that doesn't mean they're going to come to this all the way to Vegas. Brett,
If you build
Brett,
it.
leave Josh on the screen with me, a split screen, but or whatever you want to do. Just make him available.
Hey, give me a thumbs up in the chat
Yeah,
if
there
you would
go.
consider
Brett,
coming
what do you
here.
think? Can you get on the air, Brett?
No, Josh is on.
Oh, because Josh is on.
Type a Y in there if you'll come to the convention.
Brett,
come to
Brett,
our
can you
convention.
tell us what would happen? What do you think the number of possible people would be? Like how you would do that? Like you put on a lot of conferences, you do a lot of, fancy stuff like this. What do you think of that?
Eddie's in.
Yeah,
Watch,
well-
we're gonna get 50 Ys right here.
Yeah,
Well,
but you
I
guys
think-
got to
I thi-
remember
I
they.
think if you're going to go in a casino, because I've done quite a few in there, you want to have quite a few bit of people in there because they're expensive in a casino.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about the expense. This is going to be paid for by me.
We can get a
I
deal.
want to just get the experience going.
Look at
200.
this. Look at the chat.
200.
I bet you get 200.
Dardura coming from the UK. Armada will come from the UK.
We got some of these guys. We're going to fly out as special guests, and we're going to have them speak. I'm going to ask Marcus Lemonis to speak at it. Everyone know Marcus Lemonis?
I don't.
Really?
I don't.
From
Seriously.
CNBC?
I need to look now.
The chairman of Camping World.
Oh yeah, I've seen. Okay.
Yeah, Marcus Lemonis. I'm going to ask him. I'm going to have some special guest speakers.
Does he have a store here?
This doesn't matter, man. Josh, Josh, when am I going to see you again?
I do know him.
I'm coming out next week.
Excellent. We'll do some planning around. This is going to be fun.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
I'm going to ask Marcus Lemonis to be there.
That's cool.
Right. What do you
Nice.
think? I'm thinking about maybe doing it at the new Virgin Hotel.
Hey, we've got somebody that could possibly help.
And
us
there's
with
talk
that.
that Richard Branson may be coming on my show as an interview. I'm not joking around, actually.
No.
Richard Branson and my team are in talks to bring him on Autonomous, my podcast. Maybe we could host it at the Virgin hotels.
That would be nice.
That'd be a nice small venue.
Yep.
The hotel rooms will be reasonably priced.
They should.
What do you think about that? Hey, what is this, Dadura? I follow you on Twitter. Hey, I appreciate it. Can I follow you back? I'll try to do that. I apologize. I have so many haters, and I have likers too, but the haters are a little vocal, and so I never know who's following me, who doesn't. But I'll follow you back, Dadura.
Also,
In fact, let me do that right now while we're on the air. Let me follow Dadura right this second.
nice.
Because I want to keep my word to these people, and unfortunately, occasionally I'm not able to do that. So God, there's so many people. What is this?
Bring Elon to the conference.
Where do you send Dadura? Is his Twitter just Dadura?
It might not be. Is it Dardura on Twitter? Let us know.
How do you spell that?
Dardura.
Dura.
Yeah.
See, I don't know which one Dadura
There's
is.
a couple of them.
Yeah, Dadura.
Dardura.
Dadura, DM me on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I will. How the heck do I do that? When did he follow me?
It's
oh wait.
my @ handle.
Oh, it's his ad handle.
It should be Dardura.
Just Dadura.
Yeah.
One more time. What is how you spell D-A-R?
Dardura.
U-R-A.
As we look at the
Hey,
after
wait.
hours,
This says Dadura right here. It's Dadura.
that's got an underscore.
Oh shoot, that's got an underscore.
Adrian Hahn. ADRIANHANN.
Are we looking at the after hours here? We see some nice movement on some tickers.
Oh, there we go. Dadura, doctor.
Yeah, doctor for sure.
Oh, got it. I'm following him back. Wow, 2009, buddy. Hey, buddy, I just followed you back.
Nice.
Excellent. All right, what's up? We're up at the next segment here. We got any more comments from the viewers? We got to get to some stocks.
Are you on LinkedIn? Somebody asked if you're on LinkedIn.
Let's cover the stocks right here. Yes, I'm on LinkedIn. Todd
Fine.
Ault.
Let's cover ammo first. 621 in the after hours.
Let's pull the screen up.
Let's give us full disclosure on this.
We are long 525,000 shares of this underperformer recently.
We sold about 300,000 shares.
We
full
did.
disclosure.
We're still long this stock.
Okay.
Nothing's
Nothing's really changed.
Nothing's changed here. They bought gunbroker.com. I'm going to limit my comments here because I have an especially growing interest in the gun and ammo business.
That's the one way to put it.
Would you think that I have a growing interest in guns and ammo?
It's a fair assessment. In my
I think
opinion.
it's fair.
Yeah.
So we own 525,000 shares of POWW.
Yes.
And I envision us keeping that for a while.
I would. Yes, I agree with
I
that.
don't think we're going backwards there.
Shervin, Todd, any update on the IPO? It's time for the market to realize the value of DPW Holdings. Soon I expect you guys to IPO Cool Assist later on to maximize its value. Where do we get these educated investors?
They're very smart. I don't make a lot of comments on DPWs, but we did give public disclosure that we are looking to bring public our EV business and our defense business. And all I can say is that
Hey, there's Potato.
that public disclosure.
That's Potato from Twitter. You know that guy. He was on Stock Twits. Potato. That's his screen name.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I know
man.
that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Potato Man, we're trying to.
Anyways, all I can say is I stand by the public disclosures we have out there right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But let's go back to the charts here.
Let's go. I mean, look at this year to date. Is it still? It's up 80%.
Still doing well.
Yeah,
What do we
still
got?
doing well. The 1 month, obviously, it's down.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. I mean, they did make the acquisition.
Ouch.
Sparky, we know had a.
We are long this. For full disclosure, we are long the calls.
It's actually down 41% year to date.
We are long the calls. We are short the puts, which means we would get put two.
Yep.
And we own the common stock. And we do trade it. So please keep in mind this show is for entertainment purposes only. CLSK for you watching on the screen, or if you're at home on the radio. This is a clean energy Bitcoin mining company, CLSK.
Yeah.
Why don't you give them a little rundown on Sparky?
This is my top 5 personal favorites. Top 5.
Right.
Sparky out of Atlanta. They just recently PR'd again. Where they're
Significant pullback, but up today.
yeah, up today.
We bought it the other day in the 13 range.
Yep.
It was crazy.
They are actually working on upgrading their equipment at their facility.
I got to say something. You know, we traded this right. Remember, you had me sell some at 23.
I know.
We were long a ton of this at 23 and 22, and we sold it on the rally.
We did.
And then we've traded it pretty well. I mean, look who's
Skyla's
back.
here.
Look who's back.
Skyla, assume the
Shady's
position
back.
over there.
Tell a friend, Shady's back. There we go.
Anyway, this is my top 5 for sure.
Hey, where's the food?
It's in the conference room.
Wow.
Keep an eye
You
on.
okay, Skyla?
Yes, I'm quite stressed out, but I'm okay.
So you probably booked the stuff at the wrong location. For those of you who are on the radio, the lovely 20-year-old Skyla, my niece, is in the house, and you can see her on YouTube with that little glow behind her. Skyla and I spent 4 days in Arizona at a corporate retreat for the board. Skyla, what'd you think of that?
I thought it was super beneficial. I thought you guys
Jeez, look at this.
I mean, to me, I had kind of heard a lot of the stuff before, but you guys got a lot of stuff figured out, so it was really important.
Right. It was nice. But Skyla was a trooper there, taking notes and being involved for 4 days in a meeting with a
Yeah.
bunch of old men.
It was a
Locked
lot.
in.
Locked in.
So Jatendra Chalk, I'm new to all the stock stuff, she says. Oh, thank you for the super chat, $5 super chat. Good to learn from you guys. Can you talk about FSR? That's Fisker. I know that one. A session someday about Ault and Jason's backstories. Yeah, we can do that for sure.
I don't know if you want to hear my backstory. 32 years on Wall Street. It's not much
yeah.
of a backstory.
We can get into Fisker. Let me write that down.
What is Dominique Brooks' question? Realtor Clay is right.
Realtor
Question would be
Clay.
cool. What does that
Oh,
mean?
thank you for the super chat. Realtor Clay says, let us get excited for the Naked interview. What are the top 1 to 3 questions you're going to ask Naked CEO?
Well, let's, Josh, I think it would be a good time here to go into a few of the questions that you think are we had to compile. Unfortunately for Josh, we had so many questions, some of them duplicates, that it took some time. But Josh, what do you think some of the questions are out there that are interesting? Oh, hold on a
Josh
second.
is muted.
Josh
Give
is
us
muted.
Give us 1
Hold
second.
on 1 second. Let's get Josh back. Is he there live now? Jason or Josh, you there?
Josh.
We can see you, but we can't
Hey
hear
there.
you.
There we go.
Oh, there
Go
he
for
is.
it.
There he is. All
All
right,
right,
Josh.
some of the questions we've got here are around, we've organized them by different categories. And so
Yeah.
some are around the technology that Naked Brands is involved with, as well as their goals and plans for the future. And so we've got questions like, what are your short and long-term goals with the cash that's on hand?
Mm-hmm.
And let's see.
That seems-
There's
that
good
seems rather
questions about the
logical, right?
E-commerce store as well.
Right. Is there anything about
Hold on. That's a logical question. What are you going to do with the cash? I mean, that's a really important question.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Josh, what are they talking about? Bend-in, divestitures, stuff like that. I know there's probably questions about that.
Yeah, kind of the reasons for the divestiture and
Yeah.
how that played out. That was an interesting question.
Any question?
I think
Go ahead.
one of the big goals was to get to that $1 mark.
Okay,
right?
that's what I was
And
going to
so,
say.
Yeah, how are they going to achieve that dollar stock price?
That's a question like probably would be worded like, do you think that the opportunity arises for you to organically cure this deficiency and reach the dollar threshold for the NASDAQ? Something like that is what I would ask if I was interviewing him.
Right?
You'll be in there. You'll be there.
Well, he has the questions. It's preloaded.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean we're not going to ask other questions.
I can slip a few questions in for the
We'll
Naked
slip
Army.
some
Don't
questions
worry.
in
Don't
there.
worry. I got you.
We'll slip some questions in there.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Any other important questions you think we're going to
a lot
ask?
of questions around PR and the strategy of public relations and how they're going to improve that. I think the big impetus around all this with the community is they don't feel like they're being heard or they're not hearing a lot. So I think that's one of the main questions from the community is how do they get more information and get access to information from the CEO and from the team?
They've been awfully quiet.
Yeah, Fly Mutta Trucker says, I had to say that carefully. Yeah, you were in the shareholder meeting, and that was a debacle at the beginning. They were dropping F-bombs from what I heard, and it was all disorganized. Anyone confirm that? I heard it was a bunch of nonsense to get started. That's not very professional. Hopefully they can do
Fly
better.
Mother Trucker?
Fly Mudda Trucker.
Mudda Trucker.
Mudda.
I got to be careful there,
Got to
right?
be careful, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, good.
Have you ever seen that movie? You remember Private Parts with Howard Stern
Yes.
and the interview in CNB when they were in the NBC studios, and that person said, "That wasn't that fun." The name game
Yes.
That's such a good movie.
is a
I
great
love that
movie. Got a young Jenna Jameson in that movie. Remember that scene?
Yeah, she was pretty active on Twitter for a while. I like
She's a hardcore Trump follower.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Josh, thanks for sharing those questions with us. We appreciate it.
Hey, you got it.
Thank you, buddy.
Good questions. Thank you, everyone. from
I'm sure the
Army
Naked Army
community.
wants to build their PRs around their ability to stave off shorts. I don't know. Sometimes executives, directors, they don't really think about that. They're not really focused on that style because they're working on the business plan. They're trying to achieve their goals. And then you have this short patrol that comes out and takes advantage of possibly bad timed PRs, stuff like that.
Sure.
A lot of that stuff doesn't come into focus on day to day for the big decision makers.
Hey, one of the new segments on the show, by the way, if you're listening on the radio, KEIB 1150 Los Angeles, Orange County, we appreciate it. We're also on the iHeartRadio app, the Patriot Network at 1 o'clock on Sundays. We have been sending out merch. I mean, lots and lots of merch. We got new shirts in today, or in the other day. I like them because they say ToddAult.com.
They're
here.
nice, man.
Yeah.
No, the material, too.
Oh, yeah, the material's nice, etc. So if you want to text 949-799-1831, 949-799-1831, and you put in merch in the text, MERCH, we'll send you some merch. Just send us it's a way Josh does it. You'll find out who you are. He'll get your information. We'll send you a free piece of merch, and we appreciate it. But we're going to do a new segment every day now with Skyla.
Skyla, tell us a joke.
And it's going to be a joke. And it's a dad joke because all the jokes I know are bad. Skyla tells all the good jokes. So, Skyla, you got about 35 seconds, or are you ready?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have a joke today. I was not prepared. I had to go get
I
that
hope you're
food.
kidding.
No,
we'll
I'm
give you a minute to refresh. Okay.
Okay,
Let's go to
let's
another
try
segment
again.
while Skyla pulls out a joke out of her blank.
Hey, Roland's asking that he. Oh wait, I heard I was receiving a risk on Speedo.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. No, it's a Naked brand Speedo. What happened this week was we had the privilege of being in Arizona. Skyla jumped into the pool because we got like 300 likes or something happened on one of the videos. And she said that she would wear a bikini if Roland would wear a Naked brand Speedo.
Yes.
I think this is going to be fun. I feel like that's going to happen. Hey, all of you out there who want to meet Skyla, she'll be at the conference. So if you get a chance to meet Skyla, she'll be there.
Do we send merch to the UK, Josh?
Josh, can we send merch to the UK?
Dr. Dardura.
We can. Yes, we can.
Absolutely.
Let's get Dardura some merch.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Hey, if
cool.
you like betting, legally betting, Jason is a handicapper. We have Risk on Sports every day, Monday through Friday on Twitter. Excuse me, what's wrong with me? On YouTube
Yeah.
at 12 o'clock, it's Risk on Sports. Jason is a professional handicapper on baseball. Jason, just so we let the crowd know, what's your record look like right now? Because you're killing it in 45 days. You started with a $1,200 bankroll.
Correct.
You've not bet every day.
No.
And what's your record and how much have you won so far?
Actually, we've had 7 winning days in May and only 3 losing days. Looks like we're up $2,777 on the year. That's in 45 days, so we're at almost $4,000.
You're tripled. Jason, the handicapper, and we publish the record. We do not we do not hold back. We are transparent. Jason is a professional handicapper, and we started Risk on Sports. One of the reasons we moved to Vegas was to be able to legally bet.
We're doing all this good stuff.
Right. Okay. Skyla, with 11 minutes and 30 seconds left, take your time. Wait, got to get the drum roll.
I have
Now-
my dad joke.
Okay. Hold on a second. Hold on. I hope this is good. Hold on. Let me find the proper introduction to this. And wait, hold on a second. That's not it.
Wow.
Let's go.
How do you make holy water?
How?
You boil the hell out of it.
I like that one.
I think Skyla might have partaken in this today.
Bird.
I wish.
No, she did
that-
not.
Okay.
That would help with.
Hey,
the
you don't need to be
stress.
stressed out. It's only food. Everything's fine. Skylar, why don't you tell us real quickly what happened on your trip today?
So I called the Blue Dot. I thought, which was the one that was like 10 minutes away from the office. I thought I called that one because that was the website I was on. And then I got there and they were like, "Oh yeah, we don't have your food. That's the number for one that's 30 minutes away."
Jeez.
So I had already put my card information in, so they had already charged my card. So I was like, well, I have to go get it. So then I'm driving 30 minutes. And there was a car accident in front of me. And it was just like people were driving really crazy. And I finally got there. And then it was a 30-minute drive back. But it worked out because now we get to eat after the show. So
A little
Nice.
stressed out.
I'm hungry.
Hey, those of you who want to get that text number again, 949-799-1831, type in merch.
Or type in ROS if you want to
Hey,
participate
if
in
you
the
want
baseball
if you want
grind.
the baseball grind, you want the free picks, we'll give those picks to you if you like to bet.
Yeah, man.
Do me a favor. I see that let's see
OX,
here.
whatever you call it. I know you're talking about.
OXBR is reporting earnings today.
Yeah, OXBR.
Any news there?
It's up 3% in the after hours. Let's see what it says.
Oh, it's up a lot in the after hours.
Really? Did it move?
Yeah, I mean, it's 3%.
Okay,
That's a
yeah.
big move.
Looks like they have an earnings per share of $0.00.
Right.
And they earned 180,000. That's down 30% year over year.
Wonder why that's exciting to people.
I don't know. The shares were up 3%. I mean,
I don't know either.
what's the market cap? $12 million.
Very small.
Yeah.
Got to be careful when you're buying that stock. Jason, it is the last segment of the show, and I wanted to cover the political side
This
of
is
it.
right up my alley.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So, what do we want to talk about here? The Arizona Attorney General calls on
Let's pull that up on the screen.
President Joe Biden, I hate saying that, but he is the president, to fire Kamala Harris as border czar for, quote, abysmal performance, ignoring the crisis altogether. She is the border czar. She has yet to make a trip to the border, as far as I know.
Is that true?
Anybody correct me, but she has not gone to the border last time I checked. So the Attorney General in Arizona is very concerned about the border, the coyotes, human trafficking, Chinese fentanyl. Yes, it is from China. I can say it is Chinese fentanyl. Coming across the border, there's enough fentanyl to kill tens of millions of Americans. That stuff is nasty. You barely touch it. It absorbs through your skin. You die. Police, law enforcement have to wear gloves, be very careful. Not only do they have to ask people, hey, do you have anything in your pockets that's going to stick me or poke me with hypodermic needles? Now they have to worry about fentanyl. And this stuff is highly, highly deadly. So the border is wide open in Arizona, and the Attorney General in Arizona, the highest law enforcement officer in Arizona, is very upset about the situation.
What does Kudlow say? Larry Kudlow says AOC is a woman with no horse sense at all. Horse sense. Let's see here. The pipeline payment, the Colonial Pipeline paid $4 to $5 million
Oh, I heard about this.
in Bitcoin.
They paid a ransom.
For sure.
They did.
And it's pretty shocking what AOC is saying. She basically, this is hard to follow this, right? But Russia does not get a free pass on this either for this cyber hacking or for with Colonial and screwing up our oil system. They don't get a free pass for what they're doing with Hamas and Hezbollah, now bombing the heck out of Israel.
She doesn't know that.
This is a terrible, terrible story, and Biden's people don't really know how to respond. I was troubled by Larry Kudlow's comments because basically it doesn't is okay. Listen, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but look at.
Thank you,
Papa
Papa
Gorilla.
Gorilla,
Thank
for
you,
the
buddy.
super chat, buddy. You're going to be a big part of this convention.
You are. You're going to be cooking, my man. So Donald Trump, he did some attacks and killed some leaders, obviously, during his time. No wars.
Right.
Trump goes out of office.
4 months in? Wait.
4 months.
Yeah.
The borders are porous now.
Yep.
Out of control. And all of a sudden, there's fighting in Israel.
Big time.
And maybe Biden doesn't know how to respond.
And you also have the saber rattling in China.
Sure.
With Taiwan.
For sure.
And Hong Kong. In the South China Sea.
And this is not my words. This is Larry Kudlow's words. The most disgusting thing I heard today was from the White House socialist member
AOC.
from the House member, socialist member, AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She attacked President Biden for saying Israel has the right to defend itself. What? By the way, Israel has the right to defend itself is rather squeamish what's up statement to begin with compared with what President Trump said. But AOC can't help herself, and she can't live with any decent things to say Israel. It's pathetic. Now, by the way, these are Larry Kudlow's words.
Yeah.
Israel is a democracy. Israel is the best ally in the region and perhaps the best in the world for the United States. And AOC's pals and Palestinians are dictatorships. Not one whip of democracy who want to destroy the state of Israel by pushing him to the sea. All I must say is, with respect, I guess AOC is a woman with no horse sense at all.
I mean,
Ouch.
she was probably a solid bartender. I mean, I'll give her that.
Well, this is disturbing.
I just can't even believe the foreign policy. If you got some of the former Obama people in there, I mean, they embolden Iran. It's known around the world that Iran is one of the top funders of terrorism. It's a fact.
Sure.
So you have an emboldened Iran. You also have unrest now, Gaza and Israel. You have China. They're emboldened. I mean, you have Hunter Biden that never divested from his Chinese investments. That's a fact. You can look it up. Nancy Pelosi now, she's actually, she's always lost. She's really 80 years old. It's time to send her out to pasture. She needs to retire. Now she's saying on my screen that the people that are vaccinated, the members of House, Congress, will have to wear their masks on the House floor despite the CDC guidelines. I mean, I can't wait to see what Rand Paul does, what some of the House members, Scalise and some of these guys, Kevin McCarthy, some of the Republicans say about this. It's going to be interesting.
This is definitely, a heavier division. I thought that we were pretty divided when Trump was in office.
No, it's way
The
worse.
only difference is there's not really a heavy vocal Republican, right? Not as vocal as they could be.
Right.
But there's still division building between the policy choices of the Biden administration and what happened with Trump.
Well, you don't want to interrupt your rivals or your opponents when they're just screwing up. Just let them keep screwing up. But the problem is they keep screwing up so much, they're going to run this country right into the ground.
President Reagan always said, give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
It's good policy. Now I want to ask you a question. How many times do you think, let's get clear on something. Skyla, Operation Warp Speed. Do you remember? You know what that was? That was a vaccination program set up by the Trump administration to come up with a vaccine for COVID-19 as quickly as possible.
Correct.
That started under President Trump.
Correct.
How many times do you think the Biden administration has congratulated Trump for doing that?
They try to claim it, take ownership of
Right.
it all.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Exactly.
So
This is it's dirty politics, and at a minimum, by the way,
it's bad.
it's not the right thing to do. A true someone presidential would truly give credit to where it's due and shouldn't be fearful of the fact that Operation Warp Speed happened under Trump. By the way, I'm not even a fan of Trump.
Yeah.
I know Jason's more of a fan than I am.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of a lot of his actions and the way he treats women. I'm not a fan of any of that part. But I am a fan of some of his policies, and he got things done in a little bit more of a rougher way. He was an outsider. But Operation Warp Speed, to get a vaccine in that short a period of time, you have to give President Trump credit for that. The Biden administration is celebrating that we're going to be out of masks because of the vaccination program. But he empowered the country to do that. Operation Warp Speed happened on his watch, and you got to give credit where credit's due.
Hey, if you're in Commie York or New York, don't worry. Your hero Governor Cuomo says that he was not going to allow you to be maskless, and he's going to actually usurp federal advice.
Hey, coming up next week, got a busy week here, a busy week with guests. I have a full week of guests. We'll have Marshall Wilkerson on the show on Wednesday. He'll be a special guest with me and Jason sitting right here in the middle. There'll be Marshall Wilkerson. Shout out to Marshall. Those of you have a safe weekend.
Yeah.
It was a pretty volatile week. The market was still down this week, but we ended on a good note on Friday. Skyla, hope you have a good weekend. Nick, Brett, Josh, everybody, thank you so much. Jason, what are you doing for the weekend?
Marshall, you have to see this guy. He's incredible. For the weekend, I'm probably going to play some poker, maybe some blackjack, bet some baseball.
Andrea's coming back.
Maybe have a nice dinner.
Andrea's in the house. Safe travels to Andrea,
Yeah.
Jason's wife. She's coming back from North Carolina.
So, yeah, we're going to get...
And let's be clear, Andrea. On Sunday, I will be expecting you to show up at my house with that barbecue. Andrea. Hey, those of you on the radio, 1150 Los Angeles and Orange County, KEIB, we appreciate you. It is Sunday for you. It's Friday for us. We're going to see you Monday. It was a good week.
It was great.
Got a lot done. Thanks to everybody, the Naked Army. We'll have the CEO on quickly. We got your questions. Josh, special thanks to you for getting those questions together. Willie, all our guests next week. It's going to be a busy week. It's busy here in Vegas. We'll see you next week.